Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Words from Behind the Desk. We are live again behind our desk. So again, the perfect web series to be watching right now on this beautiful, yet again rainy Wednesday afternoon. Guys, we are so excited to be back here today. Rania, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing? Pretty busy. Good.
Fantastic. Guys, if this is your first time joining us, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. If you're joining us again, thank you so much for joining us again on this hump day to get over the hump to the rest of the week. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, please like this web series so that we can go ahead and share it to more people. And if you haven't shared it, please go ahead and share it for us as well. This conversation is going to be a recap conversation and a very fun buzzword topic, which I'm super excited to talk about. But before we do, my name is Vyky Rifai. I don't know why I don't ever start there. That way you guys can know who is talking so soon. But my name is Vyky Rifai.
People know you already.
No, they don't, Rania. No, but you should know Rania Arwani, who is the top Florida divorce attorney here in the state of Florida. If you do not know who she is, that's okay. We love you anyways. And now you do. So there it is. Guys, she is from Arwani Law Firm. It is scrolling down here at the bottom. Now, Rania, we have had an incredible last 4 shows. And so I thought that it would be great to kind of recap who it is that we've been talking to and go into the main event, which I'm the most excited about. But who did we start with? Let's start from the very, very beginning. We had an incredible judge on, Judge Mike Kranick. And I honestly, first off, if you haven't seen the video, make sure you go back to arwanilawfirm.com, scroll down, and you'll be able to see Mike's recap video. That way you can do an instant replay to see all of his, just to get to know him, honestly, because August 18th is coming up, people, and voting is on a local level happening, and we have to get out there and vote. Rania, what is that?
Did you get yours?
What is it?
Did you get it? Vote by mail. Did you not get it?
I think I have to go have my son go check the mail. But if not, I know I'm going to have to be standing in line August 18th, but I want to be like you and have it already.
I'm sorry I had to embarrass you, on live in front of everyone.
It's all right.
Because I know, I mean, you don't need to be standing in line anywhere.
That's so true. With masks and everything, and then I could get some. You're right. I'm going to go figure out if my mail-in ballot is in my mail. And guys, you should too. And I think you still may have time to. Don't quote me on that, though. Please do your own research. But we did have Judge Kranick, and I cannot believe that he spent 150 plus hours preparing for his interview with the governor's office as a candidate for judicial appointment. Crazy. Now, Rania, there has been multiple times that I have either called you or texted you, and you're like, Vyky, please, I need to go finish preparing for trial. And so I know that you prepare for trials. And when you do, I wanted to ask you, when you prepare for trials, how long do you usually prepare for?
So my kids are very used to me. If they call me, I'm at the office, and I pick up because I have to, because they're my kids. My first question when I'm really busy is the house on fire? No. Are you dying? No. Your brother's bleeding? No. All right, then I'll call you back.
Perfect. Those are really good questions.
Yeah, just to make sure.
That sounds like a prepared mom.
That's yes, very good.
Do you know how many hours?
So when we prepare for it, depends how long the trial is going to be. For sometimes you have a day trial, 2, 3, 4, depending on how long trial or a hearing is going to be. Usually times that, let's say it's a full day trial, that's 8 hours times 3, that's 24 hours. We at our office don't do 24 hours. We do, way more than that, just because we are nerdies. Ariel and I are such nerds, so we became way more than that. But yeah, typically the average is ×3 of the number of hours you have a hearing or trial. But I do way more than that, and that's why I'm always working.
That's why you're always right. It's okay. We're both nerds at heart. That's why we connect so well together. And that's why you are the prepared lawyer. Just like Judge Mike Kranick is the prepared judge. Guys, if you guys have not seen it, again, please go back and check it out. And if not, you can always visit his website, keepjudgekranick.com. It's scrolling at the bottom. And then let's see here. Who else did? Then we had Rania, I have to say it. First off, let's do this. Rania, you recently got a new pop socket, right? Can I see your pop socket? Because our next web series was with Deborah Barra. And Deborah, I'm going to get a pop socket with your face right here. Do you know why I'm going to get a pop socket with your face right there? It's because I'm going to do a PSA now. Deborah has obtained Florida's first life sentence in human trafficking case involving a minor, which is crazy. She has personally convicted 43 child molesters and 3 serial rapists. That means they're no longer in the street.
43 child molesters who were in our community.
Ours, Rania, ours. Gone. I have children, and if anybody else out here is watching children, I want somebody like that who is taking care of things that I didn't even know that we had a problem in. And she's doing it while we're sleeping and relaxing and staying in our, it's crazy. And then she also, in 1 year, Deborah had 17 trials. And did you know that she obtained a guilty verdict in all 17 cases? It's just like, I can't even.
No words.
Seriously. And so, scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now, you will see Deborah Barra 2020. If you guys don't know anything about her, go check it out right now. And remember, you can always go to our Arwani Law Firm Arwani Law Firm Facebook to go ahead and see her recap videos to get to know her a little bit more and to hear her stories, because her stories are pretty intense.
And vote, keep voting. You have to vote. So yeah, exercise your right.
Thank you for showing me what I don't have.
I'm gonna show it to you one more time.
That is crazy, though. How much human trafficking and stuff that's in our community.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Orlando is a hub for human trafficking. People not a lot of people realize it, but it's happening in our own backyards. It's horrible.
That is crazy. That's in our backyard, guys. Again, August 18th is going to be for us. So on a local level, let's take care of our own. And then, how long have you known Jessica Thomas?
I've known Jessica for a long time. Yeah. More than 5 years. But yeah.
And you see her pretty often too, right?
We what?
Do you see her pretty often?
Yeah. I mean, if you remember, I don't know, it was before all of this craziness happened. We went out for lunch, her and I. You remember? We text each other. What's up?
I remember that.
And I had no idea she's a guardian ad litem.
Had no idea, Rania. I had no idea.
Jessica, why would you do that?
Jessica, we would like to know a guardian ad litem. Rania, if you could give just a quick synopsis of what guardian ad litem means again.
So a guardian ad litem is a court-appointed, expert. They could in Orange County, it's an attorney, and Osceola it could be a non-attorney. But in Orange County, it's an attorney that advocates for the best interest of the child. You can have a guardian ad litem in a family case, where, the solution, circuit court when it comes to the solution and what have you, or you can have it in dependency court, where that's a completely different game when a child is removed from both parents or one of the parents, and termination is where court is going with that, because it involves abuse and what have you. But yeah, the guardian ad litem
advocates for children pretty much. She
yeah. So it's an attorney. Mom has an attorney, dad has an attorney, or maybe not. But then a child has their own attorney who advocates for the best interest.
And it could be Attorney
Thomas. And what?
I said, and it could be Attorney Thomas.
Yes.
She is a guardian ad litem.
She's an amazing guardian ad litem.
And on the bottom of the screen, you will also see Thomas Law, I'm here. If you are seeking a guardian ad litem, or again, you can go back to our Facebook page just to see what it is and how maybe it could be used, and maybe if you need one. But a guardian ad litem, it's good to know. Thank you so much, Jessica, for coming on also. And then after that, who did we have next?
Judge Apt. So
Judge Apt, he was amazing. What a heart.
Yeah, he's been a judge for 18 years. So that's a pretty long time, you know. Yeah. So, and he's presided over all divisions. So he, you know, if you can see him in any division, I had experience with him in family court, which was, I mean, amazing. What really touched me is the fact that he has had a very close relationship with his parents, a very close relationship. If you remember, his father was in a nursing home for 3.5 years, and for the first year, Judge Apt traveled from, you know, Orlando, Miami, because that's where his father was, every weekend. Imagine going to Miami every weekend to visit his father.
Yeah.
And for 2.5 years, he visited him every other weekend until his father passed away last year. That really touched me. I mean, that is some dedication, and
that's love.
And love for his father.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, that really touched me, and I think that is just amazing. And for a judge to have that quality of
care, compassion,
that caring is an amazing character, you know, because that would show in rulings that he's going to have in the future.
Exactly. Completely. No, I agree completely.
I mean, I know he does, because he's been our judge.
And I kind of know him. I talked to him for a very long time. And so again, if you guys have not seen that one, he gave a really big deep dive into who he is as a person. And wow, he's an incredible, incredible human being. You can go there on our Facebook page, Arwani Law Firm. And then also, Rania, what was that green thing that you were holding up again? I forgot what it is. Yes. That is your mail-in ballot. Remember, things are local right now, or you want to make sure you're involved in anything that is local, because it affects us, or it affects you more than any other voting thing that you're going to do, because it's here. It's in your county, Orange, Osceola. Let's get out there and vote, guys.
And you know what? I think Judge Apt, Debera, and Judge Crane, all of them said the same thing. You're not going to know how important a state attorney is or a judge is in your life until you are in their court or under their mercy. I'm not going to say not under their mercy in a bad way, but at that point, that is a person that is deciding your future.
Exactly.
So make sure you choose the right people who can make that decision, make the correct decision.
Exactly. Before you're in the situation where you're like, oh my gosh, I should have voted. August 18th, you should have voted. Or just vote now. And then now it's done. You don't even have to think about it anymore. And when you're in that position, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I voted for XYZ. So then perfect. Rania. No, sorry, this is my favorite part right here. All right, guys. I wanted to have a conversation with Rania about a word that I have seen circling the internet, circling social media, circling everywhere. And that is the word entanglement. Entanglement. Rania, when I called you this morning and asked you, Rania, what does entanglement mean to you?
I thought you were talking about the laundry. I'm like, what is she talking about? Why is she calling me about like entanglement, where did you mix like your whites and your colors together? Like, what? I have no time for talking about laundry.
No, Rania. I don't know if you know the situation, especially, well, I wanted to talk to Rania about entanglement just because it seems like if anybody has heard entanglement used before, it would be a divorce attorney. I love the word entanglement now. I don't know why I haven't used it more frequently before. Recently, I feel like over the last 2 weeks or week, I've been using it like every single day. I find a way to use it because how you know what it is, but you really don't know what it is. So it's really putting the responsibility on the other person to figure out what it is that you mean when I say that I'm in an entanglement. And so let's just go to Webster. Webster says, Entanglement is the action or fact of entangling or being entangled. Okay. All right. So Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith had a Red Table Talk discussion recently because there were some allegations that some other person, his name is August, said that him and Jada had a relationship. And so she brought herself to her show, the Red Table Talk. And in that, she said that her and Will were having some problems, and so they separated. During their separation, she found herself in an entanglement with another person. And so an entanglement, like
an affair with a bow.
There it is. There it is. See, I like what she did there. I like that she used a word that she could. What did you say? You said it was kind of like putting a bow on.
Yeah, with a bow. So someone, had an affair or, cheated on their partner.
No. Those words are nasty.
Way. It's an affair, but they put a bow on it to make it sound like, oh, it's not. I did not have an affair. I had an entanglement, which is an affair with a bow on top.
It is. It's a beautiful bow.
And you can dress it any way you want. An affair is an affair.
Yes. So, yes, it is. It is. But she did give a great word, entanglement. And I want you to know in the future, you may have somebody that approaches you and says, Rania, I found myself in an entanglement and I don't know what to do. Now
Now I know. And then I'm gonna say, oh, you mean you had an affair?
Entanglement.
An affair with a tiara.
With a tiara. Exactly. It's so beautiful. Entanglement. It's like a little pretty bow on it.
I mean, you can dress it any way you want. It's still ugly and it's an affair.
Yes. And so she then, after Will approached her again saying, are you an entanglement or do you mean a relationship? And she said that that's what she said. And entanglement means relationship also now. So entanglement, again, it's just such a beautiful word because you can put the responsibility on the other person to figure out what you're talking about. But
you know what? Yeah, it may sound beautiful right now, but they're changing the word to mean something negative. So even if you right now think of it as a positive word, give it another 24 hours, you're gonna start feeling negative about it. I don't feel it I don't feel it coming out of a positive note. And it's a negative thing. You can't have an affair and try to make it look like, oh, I had an affair, but let me just call it cupcakes. I had a cupcake.
Oh, that's beautiful. You had a cupcake?
You can say you can change, replace the word affair with the cupcake. It's still an affair.
So another definition of entangled is a complicated or compromising relationship or situation. So she just used a word that didn't have negative connotation, which kind of works too. It's an entanglement. She just got entangled. It seems like if you're in an entanglement, you can get entangled, but you want to get untangled at some point. Have you seen that before?
If you are in an entanglement, okay, then maybe the spouse is gonna unentangle himself or herself from you, because you.
That's true.
So that is a way to think about it.
That is a way.
Don't do that, because the entanglement might involve some other person getting unentangled with you.
You're right.
You entangle with somebody else. Yeah, cupcake, whatever.
You gave us a lot to think about, Rania. You gave us a lot to think about. Basically, an entanglement and divorce attorney, they kind of go together, guys. So make sure you're not getting entangled. If you're married, make sure you're getting entangled with your spouse, husband or wife. And if not, Ranya's here. All right. Rania is here. Guys, that is our show for the day. I appreciate you all so much for joining us. Rania, it is always a pleasure to speak to you. And do not forget, if you have any questions or comments, you can always email us at manager@arwanilawfirm.com. And we will see you guys here next week. What's today again? Wednesday at 2 p.m. I said that right? Yes, it is Wednesday. Yes. And then from there, guys, we will see you next week. Please make sure you stay safe and vote. Vote with your ballot. Make sure you vote and try not to get into any entanglements.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, guys, we will see you next week. You guys have a great week.
All right, guys, have a nice week and weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.